lot of videos about the, like, we're in the find out phase, post-election, and people are gonna like find out, or basically like, conservatives that voted for Trump are, gonna be regretting their decision. But here's why I think for a lot of people that voted for him, that's not necessarily the case. I think a lot of people that voted for him knew things were gonna get worse, but they're counting on the fact that things are going to get even worse for other groups. And here's my scenario example and why I think this is accurate. So say there is a happiness index in the United States and everyone has a maximum score of 100, like that, 100's the most points you can rate your quality of life and happiness. And say there is a 50-something-year-old white man who, isn't really happy with his job. He thinks, he should be higher up in the company. He thinks he should be making more money. He's not really happy with the house he lives in. So he would rate his happiness index at 55 points out of 100. And say he has a coworker, a woman who's an immigrant, person of color, and say she has a great job, she's making more money than him, she lives in a better neighborhood than him, what he perceives has a better house than him, and say she would rate her happiness score at 80 out of 100. And so he knows that if he votes for Donald Trump, his happiness index will be dropped down to 40. So he'll lose 15 points and he'll be 40 out of 100 happy. But he also knows that if Trump wins and enacts everything he says he's going to enact and do everything he says he's going to do, that his coworker, who's doing better than him, her happiness index will drop down to 15 because she will be worried about her family members being deported. She'll maybe be worried about access to birth control or women's health. Maybe she'll be worried about her daughters. Maybe, there's just all these other things she'll be worried about because she's part of marginalized groups. The man doesn't care that his happiness drops 15 points because hers drops below his. He's now 25 points ahead of her. His is at 40, hers is at 15. Whereas pre-Trump, it was 80 and 55, and he was below her in the happiness index. I think that a lot of these people, when we're saying like, oh, you're gonna get what you voted for, yes, they are, and that's what they want, because due to whatever's going on in their life, whatever aspects of their life that they were unhappy with, where they think maybe they were owed something by society, and they see people that are part of marginalized groups or women or people that have worked hard to get where they're at, but that they're doing better than them, they want them to suffer. And so while the Fafo videos, the we're in the find out phase videos, they make me laugh, at the same time, I don't think that a lot of these voters are in the find out phase and they're ever going to be there because they know what they voted for. They know that tariffs will likely increase their cost of living, but they know that there will be people that his policies will make much more worse off. And as long as they're above those people and they're not at the bottom, then they got what they wanted.